Hello everyone, this is Owen Wall Street with thetradersperspective.com doing my weekend edition of my bi-weekly video analysis. Before you have gold. I'm taking a look at the weekly time frame to try to see exactly where the support and bounce potential will be as far as like a dramatic move. So looking at this, you can see that we were chopping around this 50% retracement level here. That's around 1206, 1205 or so. I do see that there is a little bit of potential for us to maybe see a little bit of a bounce, but as far as anything, and I'll look on a lower time frame to give you those metrics, but for right now, looking at the weekly time frame, the trend is clearly headed to the downside. We are looking to push back below 1200 in my opinion, and the resting spot as far as reloading this for a trade is going to be around 1170 or so, near this 61.8 retracement level. So that's the level I'm going to be watching personally, so I'm going to remain on the sidelines here or possibly jump in for a short. Just need to see exactly how high we bounce. So where are we going to bounce? Let me just drop down on a lower time frame to kind of get a look at things and give you my opinion. Okay, so dropping down to the 30-minute time frame, you can see that we have been trying to bounce off of this trend line here and to proceed to go higher. We're going to be faced with this 50-period simple moving average at around this 1217 level, and then probably see a little bit of a retracement and then proceed to head lower. Or if gold does continue to bounce higher, then we'll be looking at a continued test of this downtrend line here, which has been, fairly well established a few times here. As you can see here, it's been a nice spot. It's very easy to see. We did break above it, but it was a false break last week, and then we were sent down to these lows around 1205. So very simple price action to understand. You just have to see here that this trend line holds. If it breaks, then you can pretty much assure yourself that we're going to be back to this the lows around 1206, 1205 or so, then probably test 1200, and if that fails, then it's going to be onwards to the 1170 mark. So if we can go ahead and get a stronger bounce here, I might look to take a short personally, and then maybe add in a little bit higher here. But just looking at the overall trend of things and looking over the time frames, it just seems like gold is still destined to head back to about 1200 and possibly lower. And I'll be looking for gold to go back to that 1170 level and then pop back up off that level. So that'll be the area to buy, and then we'll have to see how hard we bounce, and at that time I will be updating you. But that's going to be probably about a week and a half out or so, maybe more. But that's the greater scheme of what I'm seeing and what I'm thinking and how I'm planning to play this trade. So as this move unravels, that's what I'll be looking for, is this 50 period simple moving average. And if we break that, this is probably a good level to get in for a short, and then obviously have your stop loss a little bit higher. But I think that's a little bit extended. I don't think that we'll even get up that high. Gold looks pretty weak right now, so I'll be watching this 50 period simple moving average on the 30, and once we break below here, probably add in a little bit, or put my stop loss in profit and just ride this down. So grand scheme of things, it just looks like gold still has a little bit more downside to go before we do see some kind of a turn, and that'll be a pretty strong move off of that 1170 level. So that's what I'll be looking for. I'm on Wall Street. I thank you all so much for watching.